Hi and Assalamualaikum to our lecturer Ms. Nur Azwa binti Muhammad Kadri and all our classmates. First of all, we would like to thank to Ms. Nur Azwa for guiding us, teach us until complete this assignment for microeconomics. We took case study 5 that is price setting of low cost home for our assignments. Without wasting time, so here is my team. Me, I'm Shamiti Mintaza, A20A2102, the one who is talking and take question 1 to elaborate. Next, Ni Pamun, A20A1411, that take question 2. Then Nur Afrina Binti Hassan, A20A1657, and Nur Hazim Hamdan, A20A1734, take question 3. And last one is Joey Young, A20A2132, take question 4. Okay, so now let's move on for my question first. Okay, so the first question is, why did the government propose a minimum price for a low cost home? 2 marks question. For my answer is, the purpose a minimum price for a low cost home is to ensure that people in low income group have a basic necessity of life, which is shelter. The second answer is to protect the interests of consumers and prevent producers from charging prices that low-income consumers cannot afford. Okay, so the concept of the minimum price, maximum price is a legal price that a shelter may charge for a product or service. It is also known as maximum price legislation and is set below the equilibrium price.
Thank you, Aisha, for the explanation on question 1. Now, I will present the question 2. The question is, in the second paragraph, it was mentioned that the setting price selling using a diagram explain what will happen to the market price and the quantity. So, the answer from our group's discussion is, from the graph, we can see that the price selling for low-cost house in Sabah and Sarawak is set at a level that is lower than the equilibrium price of low-cost home. Thus, all producers of low-income house within that regions is not allowed to sell those houses for any price exceeding the price selling. The government has implemented this price selling in order to help those with low incomes afford to buy house in our current economy, where this price for property seems to be constantly increasing. This price selling increases everyone's ability to buy a low-cost home. So one of the effects of the price selling is an increase in demand for low-cost housing. However, with the price selling implemented, the profits from producing low-cost house will be reduced. So producers will be discouraged to produce them, leading a reduced supply. In the short term, this causes demand for low-cost housing to excess supply, leading a shortage to occur.
Hi and Assalamualaikum to all of you. My name is Nur Afrina binti Hassan. I will explain of the question C. Before that, thank you Lee Carmon for the explanation on question B. Question C is, beside imposing a maximum price, explain two other measures that can be taken by government to discourage price of house increases. The first measures that can be taken by government is to limit the number of units to be purchased and strictly curb property speculation. So, government need to limit the number of units. Buyers who buy a second home should be charged higher taxes. Besides business tax and personal income tax, a personal consumption tax should also be charged and their down payment are not allowed to loan. When the cost of buying a second home is much higher than the cost of buying a first home, most investors will balk. So that all for my points. The next wishes I will give to my friends, which is Hazima.
Thank you to my friend Nur Afrina binti Hassan. My name is Nur Hazimah binti Hamdan and my metric number is A20A1734. I will explain other measures that can be taken by government to discourage price house increase. The second measure that can be taken by government to increase the supply of house. The supply and demand relationship in the market determine the basic economy principle of price, which has been best verified in the process of regulation mid price, and also reasonable solve the problem. The price of housing is also a market game decided by relationship between supply and demand. If the supply exceeds the demand, the price will be stable or decline. If the supply is less than the demand, the price will rise. When house price rises, it is only necessary to increase the supply of the market and the neutral house price will left off. Okay, I will pass the next question to my friend.
Thank you to my friend for explanation questions 3. Now I will present about questions 4. The questions is a study by the Housing Ministry has shown that in 2019, price of low-cost house will be increased. Using a diagram, explain the impact of this factor and the impact of an increased price on the low-cost house market. The answer from our group is, based on the diagram, that suppose the government has the equilibrium price of house, mean of price flow. Most people in Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak have low incomes. When the government has implemented this impulse price flow, the impact of this factor it can be looked to the people in Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak. People from the group low income can't have their own shelter, they will become homeless. So the price above equilibrium price, that means the quantity supply will be greater than quantity demand. The impact of an increased price on the low cost homes market is when raising house prices generally encourage consumer spending and lead to higher economic growth. Therefore, there will be a persistent excess of supply or a surplus. That's all my presentation. Thank you so much for all of you for listening our presentations. Thanks.